as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New Orleans Saints and our home team. Alongside Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go from Houston. And they'll get him out of bounds, but a good return to the 30. We go three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Come on, ready?
Room to run right away. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Ready. 45. What? Ready.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready up.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Set, hut. Yep, hut.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. Not just the first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short game.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
Black 40. Hut, hut.
Handoff here, up the middle, and that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down.
Green. 10 black. Green jack. Set.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. The left side into the hands of Olave. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have, you are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for three. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game, and let's see what they dial up here on fourth down.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. A big play after being backed up. 37 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Get it. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
On the ground, it's Quinshawn Judkins. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
The 43-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. They get 22 yards there. 1st down for Houston.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on it.
Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. Looks like the Saints have come up with the football. They did. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense. The quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
That is intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. He'll step up and run, and he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Cougar 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Quick throw, taken in. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Ready, set.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Ready.
And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
These are the situations where as an offense you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted, but let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
Set. Ready.
They'll motion the slot man right.
Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. And the pressure too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the two. And we've seen him take one back earlier in the year, and he just about added another one. He's proven to be someone to game plan against in the return game, and that was a heck of a run back.
Ready. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Warriors 70. 18. Tied in. Ready, ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Ready, ready.
They'll run it here. Here's Judkins. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. The extra point try forthcoming. He gets it to go. And the Oilers will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go. Ready.
The drive will start on the ground. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. They've got it 2nd and 1 coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Hut, hut.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Cole Bishop up to make the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd down and 9.
Down. 10 flat. Green jack. Set.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
Pass to 60. Pass to 60. 60 average.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Second and 10.
Viking 18.
Alert low, alert low, alert low.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. There's a screen set up for Judkins. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. It's 3rd and 4.
Ready? Ready. Yellow 22. Ready.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Set hunt. Red. Cover 38. Drill green. Hunt.
He'll go right and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
40.
Here's a toss, right side. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
Here's the punter now. as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
60 boxes, 60 boxes.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Down. Ready?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray. And he will get into the end zone. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Saints.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give, rolling to the left. Nolan Smith. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his first on the year. Now, this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Back to 60. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
That's over the middle and intercepted. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll get about 5.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Come on, come on. Set. Liking 18. 18, Pioneer.
He'll let one go down the middle. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. It's a gain of 34.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To the air now on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 33 yards. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal.
Cougar 19. Cowboy 80.
Over the top. He's got it. Noah Fant. Touchdown Oilers. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. The extra point. Up and good. And the Oilers will up it to a 2-point lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Now he's just going to flip this forward.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Saints 1st down. They'll look to throw again. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop for 45 seconds to go until halftime. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Ready, set.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Good man down the field, it's Olave. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Basket.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14.
Red, yellow. Cut.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Oilers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Got it. Ready? Warrior 70. Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Come back, team.
They'll throw out of the gun. Rolling right. Going for it all. That is brought in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. Officially at even 50-yard attempt. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Oilers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The dangerous Nicole Hardman on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Ready? Back to 60. Back to 60. Ready?
Up the middle goes Judkins here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season as he will get himself checked out. From the 39, here's a first and 10.
60 Maverick. Here we go. Bronco in 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Buffalo 18. Go.
He'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second
All
down.
things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. Let go.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
60 Eagle. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready?
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. It is a big-time play for Houston. 32 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
A quick throw out wide, caught left side. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal.
19, charge, unlock line. Ready.
Cook gets it out of the pistol. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. Third and goal coming up.
And now with that stop on second and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. Third and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
Offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. Fourth down and goal.
7 Pirates.
I got him, man. He's mine.
He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on fourth and goal.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
50, green.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion.
Ready?
They'll begin here on the ground. And this is going nowhere. He's going backwards to the 4-yard line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Blue 32. Blue striker.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And third down coming up.
Ready.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Okay, ready?
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's able to fight through one tackle here. He's picked up about 3. Second down coming up.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Yellow. Put down.
Now, on third and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down. The Saints will punt this one away. This is taken at the 25. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
30-yard line.
play action. He'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That is catch number 60 for the season.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. Now Cook loses the football. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Seven Pirates. Ready.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On the ready.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10.
Cougar 19. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. That one hauled in. It's complete. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Bronco 80. 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Now, this looks like a design run, and it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Let's go. Yellow 43.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal.
Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He runs with it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season.
That's the score. Oilers 26, Saints 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll air one out. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Hut.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 33 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
That one, taken in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Hardman now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready. Hut, hut.
A run up the middle with Cook. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He was brought down by Kool-Aid Street. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Tag. Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll run the toss with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Kool-Aid at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Cougar 19 sight. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, spoiler. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Red, 38. Ready.
And a nice run there. He'll get 9 yards. Mark with the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now it's 2nd and 1.
Cut.
They'll stick with him again. And he will pick up a first down up to the 37-yard line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. This one's good for a first down.
A gain of 25 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. Ready. 33. Yellow. Red. Cycle. Claws red.
Back to the air one more time. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10.
Yellow. Smash. Red. Ready.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Black Ultra. 45. White. Grill green. Cut.
Throwing now from the gun. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Oilers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down.
Ready? Let go.
He'll step up and run this. And he'll be taken down at the 11-yard line. He'll get 10 there on the keeper, and that's going to be good for a first down.
Let it go.
On the handoff, this is Cook. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Ready, ready. Let's go now. Ready.
Now give up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
19, 18. 19 Lions.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up as the 30-yard line. A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down for Houston. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Back. Cougar 19.
A carry for Cook. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready.
Here's a designed run. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You could see the quarterback once he got the snap. He was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
One final chance for this defense. And here's third down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
On third down, they go with Cook. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
The Oilers now set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They finish off the regular season with some momentum. And they'll wait with bated breath to find out who they're going to play next week in the wild card round. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.